One thing that is for certain, two things for sure. When you are dealing with a cheating man, the one thing that is at the most jeopardy is your self-esteem. Hey girl, hey. It's your fave, Miss Renee, and you guys, I am back with the conclusion of Married to a Serial Cheater. And you guys, I can't wait to tell you how the story ends. And yes, it does end. But life begins again. Can't wait to share the story with you. Y'all come on back. Oh, make sure that you get something to drink, right? And snuggle. Come on, girl. We can have a good old story time. Okay, so if you guys are comfy out, if you guys are nice and comfy, I surely am. Okay, so let's get into this video. So the last time that we talked, the last video that I made about the Married to a Serial Cheater, I did go ahead and let you guys know that the awful, terrible that Larry had been doing also ended with him fathering a child with another woman. Yes, the awful, terrible. The awful, terrible. You guys, let me just say this. I've had over 20 years to heal. I laugh and joke a lot about this, but this was not fun and games. This situation had deeply, deeply hurt me. At the time, I was young with children, young children. It was, I can't even put it into words how devastating it was. And because it's been so long ago, makes it easy for me to talk about it now with this light and fluffy air. It was not light and fluffy. I think one of the things I need to make sure that I don't downplay is my mental state after I found out about the affairs and the baby that Larry had done. I went into a very, and I said this on the last video, but I went into a very, very dark place. It's safe to say, and being honest, I thought about not living. Yeah. I thought about not being here anymore. Yeah, I did. You know, you would think, how could you think like that and you had the kids? I was so numb and so hurt. The kids were a huge part of my life, but so was Larry. The family, all of that. So I was broken in places that I had never, ever been broken before. And I didn't know how to deal with that pain. It was an absolute foreign, unforgettable, whoops, camera was leaving us, unforgettable pain. It was bad. Don't ever want to downplay that, because I don't know when or if a lady going through the similar situation that I went through is going to somehow find this video and want to know how I got through it. And I don't want to come off as if it was easy, girl, because it was not. There was not one thing easy about what happened or what happened next. So, what happened next? The good news is we did have orders. You know, we were a military family, and miraculously, we had these orders from heaven that were sending us back to my home state anyways. So that was good. That was good to be able to go home. But keep in mind that I was in a position. I didn't have any money. I didn't have a job. I literally had nothing. All I knew is I was going to be able to get back to my home state of Kentucky. That's all I knew. Nothing else. The realities of where we were mentally, emotionally, I was completely disconnected. I think it is safe to say, and again, honest to say, I was never treated medically, and I was never seen by a therapist concerning my mental well-being at that time. But I'm pretty sure I had a nervous breakdown. I'm pretty sure I did. I'm pretty sure my behavior, my mental state, my emotions were completely out of control. I would cry randomly. I would go on little rage fits. It's awful. Yeah, it's true. I did. But again, the lifeline was thrown to me. You're going home. And when I got the lifeline, yeah, I held on. At that point, I felt like nothing that we went through or were going to go through would compare to the fact that I was going home. So, I think it's safe to say, oh, the camera keeps trying to fall. That's crazy. Okay, I don't want it to fall. All right, sorry, girls. Ladies, I think that it's also safe to say that I wasn't talking a lot to him during those weeks and months before we left Georgia, coming back to Kentucky. I wasn't talking a lot. I was already on a weight loss journey at the time. So it seems like the weight loss journey kicked into a whole nother gear, and that was my focus. And that was good because it allowed me to take my focus off of my failed marriage and all of the other craziness that was going on around us. And it gave me something to center and make a focal point for myself. So that was great. I was able to literally trim, y'all, trim, okay? I was in the gym, I was working out, I was walking, I was doing aerobics at home. I was determined to not leave or to not walk out of that marriage and not feel good about myself. And I'm not saying that in any derogatory way for women that are extra curvy as I am now. But at the time, um, I was really working on my self esteem. One thing that is for certain, two things for sure. When you are dealing with a cheating man, the one thing that is at the most jeopardy is your self esteem. You start to feel unworthy, not valued, and your self esteem is as low as a piece of gum on the concrete, stuck to the concrete. So, you gotta find something to pick yourself up. And for me, it was fitness. Fitness became my thing. And I wasn't talking, I was working out. And I wish y'all could understand what that meant. I was sweating. Honey, I was sweating. And I was a girl that couldn't sweat. When I first started working out, I would work out for an hour and not have one drop. Well, that was the old Renee. Because the new Renee was like Rocky Balboa, honey. And I would be drenched after a workout, sweating up a storm, and putting my life back together. One workout after another. And then the big move came, and we came back to Kentucky. I was living at Fort Knox, and at first it wasn't good. The move was still, I felt very isolated, even though I was only, 45 minutes away from my family. One thing I can say is I did have a lot of visitors because my peoples was coming to see me. My friends, my family, everybody was driving up to Fort Knox to visit, which was great. Whoops. Girl, as you can see, I have switched positions. Unfortunately, the bed just was too snuggled. Honestly, I was getting sleepy, and I think the camera was too. So, here we are, back in the living room. But, as I was saying, getting back to Fort Knox was a great beginning. And as I told you before the camera fell, we weren't doing a lot of talking. Pure grit and determination had stepped in, and I was on a mission. Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys. I don't have any pictures of me before the workout and the transformation took place, but I do have my results. You guys, pretty amazing. Yes. Okay. Now, just had to give y'all that little bit of tidbit information just so you know that the workout was amazing for me and motivating for me to help change other people or at least be the driving force to wake us up, right? Yeah, it was pretty cool. So, okay, before, excuse me, hold on. Mm. So, before that came, because that didn't happen automatic, okay? I came back home in 96. I came home in the fall, no, late summer. Late summer, early fall. I feel like it was around September. That's when I came home, I think. You guys, some of this is blurred, okay? So I don't know. I think it was around September. But when I first initially came home, I had been out of work for years. Stay at home mom and a craft lady, right? Um, I did most of my work from home so that I could be with my babies, so that my children didn't have to go into daycare. And being a craft lady, I would create crafts and sell them from my home. Um, I dibbled and dabbled with Mary Kay and a few other MLMs at that time, but predominantly my home businesses were my income and my contribution to my family. So when I got back to Fort Knox with Larry and the kids, I had no job again and no money. But I had woke up something in me, and I knew that I had to get a job. First and foremost, had to get a job. But I can tell y'all that I had been home for so long, and before I was married, my skills were pretty much office, you know, and I had forgot how to type. It was awful. I had to borrow my cousin's word processor so that I could get familiar with the keyboard again, so that I could begin to type again because I hadn't done it in so long. My typing skills were awful. So I did that. And then I started looking at my wardrobe, and my wardrobe was awful. I had a mom wardrobe. I wasn't doing much of anything outside of the house, so I didn't have office attire clothes. You guys, that meant I had to buy clothes, but I didn't have any money. So that was crazy. Just trying to put some things together so that I could go on my first interviews. Well, I think it took me about, I feel like it took a couple of months after moving back to Fort Knox. And physically, I was ready to work. So mentally, I was ready to work. Emotionally, I was ready to work. I just needed to find a job. And I did. That's right, child. I had secured me a job, a really nice position, a receptionist position with a very posh, upscale, downtown Louisville advertising firm. They hired me as their new receptionist. You guys, I was so excited about that job. I loved that job. The atmosphere was upbeat, very professional. I needed to dress. I was the voice and the face of that ad firm, and I felt well received. And child, listen, the office, as I told you, was very upscale. And so there were glass doors and windows everywhere. These humongous vaulted ceilings that went up into the heavens, and these very nice floors, carpeted floors, and it was just really nice. And I had this humongous circle desk. It was like huge. And I sat right in the center. And I had all of my office supplies and everything there, computer, the whole nine. And it was just, it made me feel good. And I don't know, it made me feel worthy. And being in that atmosphere made me feel powerful after I had felt powerless for so long. So that was a full time job. It was like 8 to 5, 9 to 5. Well, then, child, I landed me a second job. hmm I got me a second job, honey, because I wanted to stack some paper. So I worked from, I think, 8 to 5, 9 to 5 on my full time receptionist job during the day. And then at night, from 5:30 to 9, I worked in a call center right downtown as well, um, for a insurance firm. So, and sister was making her some money, okay? Mind you, Larry paid the bills. I was stacking my money, okay? And getting myself in position. I got me a bank account and I got busy. I got busy saving. I got busy um, getting a nest egg for me and my babies and securing the bag, okay? And I did that really good. And so I worked both of those jobs um, from that fall of 96 until the winter of, I think I worked both jobs for about 4 or 5 months. And then I stopped working the, I stopped working no, I stopped working the part time job and just held on to the full time position. And then by February, I was ready to move. And I did. I knew that I couldn't work both jobs on my own with the children. So I had to let the part time night job go. But it was good having it because it did help me to increase that bank account very quickly. And I was able to move out in February of 97. Yes, February of 97. And then, wouldn't you know, my friend knew someone that had a rental property. And they had agreed to let me look at it. And I did. Listen, it wasn't the house on the hill, okay? But it was nice enough for me and my babies. And so I got that house. I sure did. I got that little house, secured a place for us to live, and we moved in that February of 97. So, you guys, um, yeah, I left Larry in Fort Knox. Me and the kids came back home. Period. Period, Pooh. Yep, sure did. And life started new for us. It was a fresh start and new beginnings. I was excited. Um, it's unfortunate that Larry felt like someone had snatched the rug out from under his feet. I never intended for him to feel that. I never intended for him to feel powerless or left behind, but I'm sure he did. That was not what I planned for us. That wasn't what I wanted for us. But you guys have to understand there was a time being married to Larry that I felt like I was drowning in broad daylight and no one could save me. So, me and God had to save me. And saving me meant leaving. And so I did. And child, me and the kids love the house. Oh, we love the house. And not too long after I moved into the house, another job opportunity came. Seriously. Yes, another job opportunity came along, and it was paying more money and better benefits, and it was working in an educational center. I love that. That also gave me an opportunity to think about fitness again, but this time from another professional mindset. The same best girlfriend that helped me secure the home where me and the kids lived was the same girlfriend that said, Renee, they are looking for an aerobic instructor over at the health center. Why don't you go talk to him? And I did. Thanks, Kim. I love you forever. Kim is, I have to say this, she's my sister. Not only has she been there for those times when I was young with those babies, the day that I had open heart surgery, November the 9th, 2015, at 5 a.m., when I got off the elevator to go in and be admitted, Kim was the first person that I saw. She was sitting right there waiting on me. I will forever love her. Kim, you're amazing. Forever thank you. Now, so I got that job at the health center teaching aerobics, part-time night, couple times a week, but I loved it. And it opened the door to my fitness career. Again, Kim. So, let me just say this as I finish and conclude this video. You guys remember that I told you we were a military family, and Larry was active duty, and Larry was a career sergeant. Did you know that it's frowned upon to cheat on your wife when you're in the military? Yeah. Actually, it's more than frowned upon. It's almost like a crime. Did you know that if the military finds or discovers that you are committing adultery, they can fine you? Like, take your money? Not only can they take your money, but did you know how hard it is to make rank in the military? Well, when you cheat on your wife, they can take your stripes away too. I did none of that. Nope, none of it. I didn't press any charges. I didn't go tell anybody. I let him keep his money and keep his rank. Oh, no, he had to pay me in the divorce settlement. Ow, mama didn't raise no fool. But I'm saying that to say I wasn't vindictive and mad and evil and ornery and try to hurt him like he had hurt me. All I wanted was freedom. All I wanted to be was healthy in my mind and in my spirit and with my emotions so I could continue on being a good mother to my children. And y'all, I did just that. So, that was a long time ago. Those babies are grown. I am now the proud grandmommy of 7 grandbabies. Yes, 7. That was a long time ago. God is so good, y'all. I made it through, and you can too. Being married to a serial cheater is no way to live your life. I refuse to live my life in that mess. And I hope that this video has lots of value for you. And I pray that if this video reaches a woman, a young lady that is going through something similar, pull yourself up, child, by your bootstraps. Call on Jesus and wait for your answers. And then get busy. Now, y'all know I love you like a fat kid loves cake. But I gotta go. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for being my friend. I'll see y'all real soon. And always keep your heads up and your eyes open. Till next time. Bye.